Are you struggling in Scorched Earth? Are you tired of always dying? The heat is just torching you so much, or the creatures around you just don't really seem to like you.
NANI?!
Well, congratulations. Here I'm gonna tell you the 3 golden rules that you have to take care of in order to survive in Scorched Earth, especially if you're a beginner in this game.
Are those guys dangerous?
No, very easy passive tame with Mijo berries.
We all know when we started in Ark Survival Evolved how hard this map can be, and I would totally nearly say it's one of the hardest maps in the whole game. Even for me, when I started, it was horrendous, horrific.
What the hell?
But of course I'm here to help you. Maybe some of you guys who already played a lot probably know how to survive, but maybe you don't. So in this video I tell you what you're gonna have to do in order to survive in the best way, or pretty much get started in the map, because it's a hard one, trust me. Okay, so the first thing that happens in the game is obviously when you spawn. You make a character and then you have to choose where to spawn. So basically in every map, the green obelisk is nearly the best place to spawn. Unless you're a real pro, then you can start, for me as well, on the red one. But I won't do it.
Hello there.
Good. You spawned and then you see like nothing but cactus and nearly nothing, I guess. So your first thing you need to check is maybe a location where you can build your house near the water, because water is a very, very important resource on this map, because the heat is gonna destroy you. And obviously you have to take care as well as the predators, because they are ruthless and they don't mess around. So maybe the first thing you really have to get is always carry around some bolas, because let's say about raptors and wolves, I wouldn't say they are maybe directly on the green obelisk, but especially for the raptors, if you can bola them and immobilize them, you can just run away. So for this point, bear in mind to really get to the green area, find some water and always carry around bolas so you can stay safe in the first place. So this might be the first part now that I assume probably everybody knows by now. Now comes the second part. When it comes to building your house, on Scorched Earth during the heat, you just can't live in a house that's made out of wood or stone or imagine metal. So the only thing you really need to have is a house of thatch. You can gather thatch everywhere. After you've done this, you really want to start to get sand and cactus sap, because the cactus sap is easy to gather because you can get them from the cactuses with a pickaxe. And as fast as possible you really need to tame a Doedicurus, because with that guy you just smash the rocks and you get stones in mass just as the sand, and you can build a house with clay, so adobe house, which helps you very much against the heat. So at this point we also have the little small, I don't know what it is, let's just call it Javoa, right? These little things are very easy to tame. You just punch it out, give it some berries, and then you have it. They give you like 3 signals for the weather incoming. It's about a minute in front before it happens. Whenever you hear that he's making like a chirping kind of noise to the sky, then you can pretty be sure that it's coming a sandstorm on your way. If he tries to put his head in the ground, it's going to be a superheat, so just check to be as fast as possible in your house. Always have water with you. And if he shakes his tail and growls, then it's gonna probably be a lightning storm coming. So these little guys are very, very special as well. If you struggle to manage what you can level up your character, just try really to get your fortitude up as fast as possible, because it helps you a lot against the heat. As well as getting the right clothes as fast as possible to also have the protection against sandstorms and the heat. You probably need silk for these things. One easy way to find silk is obviously from the mod, or called Limantria. But at the beginning I think they're very hard to get. So an easy move, what I always do is, they are basically everywhere. Find the bushes, and at some places these bushes have like these purple little flowers like this one. And if you harvest long enough you can get at least a little bit of silk, and with that you can really get a pro like that. And that's a really easy way to get silk very, very early. Trust me, you're gonna need it. So and now I'm coming to the very important part, in my opinion, the most important part. One of the best things you can do, especially what I found when you're roaming around the world. You see like these huge little camel things called morella tops. I know they are very not special when you see it the first time, but trust me, they're gonna save your life. Even though they are not very much probably in fighting, still they can do decent amount of damage, but that's not the important part for it. Apart from being actually pretty fast in my opinion, and also a good gatherer for berries and all sorts of stuff, he can just provide you always with water. And water, I can't say it enough, it's so important on this map. Even the saddle you get so early that you really just have to use it very at the beginning of the game. You can always fill himself up with water and you can carry him around just like a water bottle, and then you always have water with you, because when you're around in the outside of the world you can just carry your house with you, except you have maybe a Quetzal or a Paraceratherium. But I don't really think that you're gonna have it that early in the game. So when you cannot take your home with you on the road, why don't just build a tent? I really think that the tent is even much better than a house out of Adobe made. Okay, you don't really have a lot of room in there and you can do basically nothing in there, but it's just for protection to get over the heat, even though sometimes it can be very frustrating because the heat is taking so long to disappear and you just don't want to sit all the time around in a tent and do nothing. Even for me on the PS5, I don't know if it's maybe a glitch or a bug or something, but every time you get in the tent, the morella tops always comes right next to you to the tent. I think that's pretty wholesome. And with the cactus sap you get from the cactus, obviously, if you feed them to the morella tops, he fills himself up with the water. So you can basically just drink from it while he always recharging his water source. And if you take a pickaxe and you strike on the cactus, you can just refill your water level bar as well. So actually the game is not that very hard if you really know what to do. But I think pretty much everybody had to start like that, and it's a pretty hard map anyway. And make sure that you don't run into the wyverns because they can be very ruthless. Alright, that should wrap it up for now. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people you already knew all these tips because obviously we play ARK already since a lot of time and we played it enough to really know all these things. But maybe I could help out some of you new guys who don't really know what to do on the game. I think there are still way a lot that really need some help. And if you know any more tips for the map, you can put them down in the comments. Maybe you can help some other people as well out for that. I bet they will be very thankful if you do that. And maybe you know something that I didn't know either. Who knows? Anyway, I hope you still enjoyed it. If you do, leave a like and put down in the comments whatever you'd like to see next. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I see you hopefully in the next video. Raptor out.